Hey everyone, it's Eddie Rivera, aka We Gamer, bringing you my second video in my pre-op series here. There might be another one after this, but this might be my last pre-op video that I'll be bringing to you guys. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Today I'm talking about full liquid diets. In my case, 2 weeks of a liquid diet. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and look at a couple of notes that I wrote down here so that way I won't ramble on too much. But yeah, it's 2 full weeks for me of liquid diets that I'm going through right now. And right now I've completed 1 week of my liquid diet, but we'll get into that here shortly. Basically what the diet consists of is 800 calories a day. Your shakes are going to have about like 100 some odd calories. It's a little less than 200. So if you add some almond milk, water, or some skim milk, it's going to add a couple more, like maybe anywhere from 40 to 80 additional calories onto that. But you're straight on 800 calories, more or less. So what products am I using? I had to buy my shakes that I'm using, my protein shakes, from my bariatric surgeon. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm using. Hold on. Okay, so this right here is what I'm using. This is very essential, and if you guys want to see, it's a protein meal replacement here. This is the chocolate. I have a chocolate, and I also have vanilla. Prefer the chocolate actually. So if you guys want to see the stats and see, what this thing will focus. Well, you know what? I can just read it to you. Calories, 120 calories, like 0.5 grams of fat, 212 milligrams of sodium, 400 milligrams of potassium, 10 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of sugar, and 20 grams of protein. So if you mix this with skim milk, you'll get 28 grams of protein, which is pretty good. I recommend doing the skim milk, really, because you get more protein. Okay, and then besides these shakes, water, which I have right here, and I'll actually take a drink. The only other things you can really have is like sugar-free stuff. You can have sugar-free popsicles and sugar-free Jello. That's what I've been doing. There's other things that they'll allow you to eat, but it's pretty sparse. You're not gonna be able to eat very much of anything. So I mean, all I stick with is sugar-free popsicles and sugar-free Jello. Sugar-free Jello you can get at a grocery store. Sugar-free popsicles, same thing. I mean, I just get a variety and just eat a couple here and there. But mostly, I'm pretty good between my shakes, so it's not really that much of an issue. So let's go ahead and talk about how I've dealt with the transition to the liquid diet, because it was not easy. Let me go ahead and first start by talking about what I ate before I started. So basically, I was eating whatever I wanted. I was trying to get everything out of the way because I knew, I wouldn't be eating the same way any longer. And there goes my alarm. Sorry about that. That was my alarm to tell me that I needed to go ahead and start making this video. So I'm a little ahead of schedule, so that's a good thing. So basically what I was saying was, what did I eat? I ate everything. I went everywhere from, burgers, and my last thing I ate was like pizza. That was my like last supper, so to speak, and it was pretty good. So, I had 2 big pieces of New York style pizza, so I figured, that would be my death row final meal, so why not just go out with pizza? So that's what I did. That was Monday. That was a Monday, and I started my liquid diet on a Tuesday. The first day wasn't too bad. Obviously, I had a little bit of a headache because, I'm all on liquids, not eating anything, and my stomach was growling all day. It wasn't horrible. The thing about that was that Tuesday I had to stop eating anything, so I had to have my last protein shake by 6 p.m. and I had to stop water by 10 because I had an endoscopy the next day to check my insides and make sure everything was okay. So yeah, So I cut it off a little early, so I was really, really hungry going into the next day. But my endoscopy was at 5 a.m. in the morning, so it wasn't too bad. I went there first thing, and I felt like I had a combination of lack of sleep and just hunger. And I went to endoscopy, and they put me under. It took 15, 20 minutes. It didn't take very long. Once they put me under, did what they had to do. I have a hiatal hernia, which they need to fix as well. Just means like the entrance to my stomach is just a little bit wider than what they'd like, so they're gonna like stitch it up and make it a little bit more together. Anyways, so that made it really difficult. So I'll say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were horrible. Thursday being the day I just had the worst headache. I felt like I had to lay down all day. I couldn't function. It just was a mess. I would just go drink my shakes and be just in like autopilot because I was not functioning very well. That Friday though, after the first 3 days, I woke up and I actually felt great. It was awesome. And I was so glad because I was seriously doubted how I would make it through the 2 weeks. I know it sounds like, oh, well, it's easy. It's 2 weeks, liquid diet, and it's easy at first, but it's really rough. Once you get over the hump, though, it's not that bad. So let's see. And yeah, my body's adjusted so far. Like I said, it's been exactly 1 week since I started, and my body is fine. Like, I have a little bit of headache here and there, but it's nothing near the hunger pains that I had before. So I'm not complaining at all. I feel good. I'll have my shake whenever I get hungry, and normally that'll fill me up. It's not that bad. And weight loss. So far, how much weight have I lost since I've been on a liquid diet for a week? How much weight have I lost? I've lost, let's see, I started at, I believe my first video at 272.2, and today I'm at 260.8. So I've lost like almost 12 pounds so far since I've started doing the liquid diet. My plan is to be at about 250 pounds before surgery, and if I continue to lose the weight the way I'm doing it right now, then I should hit my goal to be at 250 prior to surgery. So yeah, that covers pretty much the liquid diet and how I felt. And what I'd like to be able to share is like some tips, maybe like what did I do to overcome this. What helped me, and what kind of helped me try to make it through to where I'm at right now. And I did mention it earlier, but I might have cut it out. But if you're not lactose intolerant, put skim milk in your shakes. I know some people are strictly on, you have to put water in your shake, but they give you 4 shakes that you'll be able to make in a day. And if you put skim milk in it, the actual 8 grams of protein from the milk will actually help you keep you fuller longer. So I actually prefer it. So I use almond milk. Almond milk has like 1 gram of protein, so it's very negligible and you don't really feel it. So I think the milk, if you can use milk is my suggestion. Also, you're allowed to have 1 cup minimum, or maximum actually, of coffee or tea. I'm a coffee drinker, so what I did before is I don't really drink artificial sweetener, and I don't really care for it too much, like Splenda and things like that, or like Sweet and Low. So I did get a packet of Splenda because I figured I had to put something in my coffee. I can't drink it black, so if you're able to drink black coffee, perfect. If you're not, I made my coffee. I put one of those packet of Splenda in there. It's just weird. I don't really enjoy the taste. So what I did, and I was reading that people do, is instead of actually just making a cup of coffee and just drinking it with sugar in there, what I did was I made my coffee. I would pour it into my blender, and I would pour the milk that I would normally use to make my shake, and pour the powder in there, and just add a little bit of extra ice to compensate for all the additional liquid in there. And I would drink my shake. Would be mixed into my coffee, so it'd be a lot bigger shake, but you're not really adding anything additional to it. You're just adding the coffee, the extra liquid. So and that's also good because to me, I felt like I had a bigger breakfast. So breakfast was actually really large, like it would be maybe close to like 20 some odd ounces, or maybe even more, of a shake um, for breakfast. So to me, that helps because it's the first meal of the day. It's the biggest meal, and then breakfast, and it helps with the caffeine in there. Helps me get my day going. So it worked out for me, anyways. Let's see what else. One other thing I like to cover, and it's gonna be a little difficult for some people. Luckily, my wife was nice enough for the first couple of days that I was doing the liquid diet. She wasn't really cooking in the house, so I didn't really smell anything. I did have to pick up. I picked up Chick-fil-A for the kids one day because they were hungry and I didn't have anything for them. And it was really, really tough. I remember just smelling all that stuff. It was just like I wasn't gonna eat it. I knew for sure, but the smells messes with your mind, so it was very, very tough. But not having the smells of food in the house for the majority of the time was very helpful. Not having to have my mind be messed with. So now, even after that, kids would have pizza or something like that. I would smell it, but it didn't affect me at all, like as it did prior to. Like when I would smell that Chick-fil-A, it was torture to me. So, but it was a lot better, and I'm doing really good right now, and I'm looking forward to a week from today. I'm having surgery, so it should be pretty cool. Should be pretty good, I hope. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys a video about liquid diets and kind of go over how it's going on, how it works and how it works for me, and what I was using and how I was coping through it. So I'll try to give an update video maybe prior to surgery. If not, it'll be after surgery, or I might do one after surgery about pre and post surgery, something like that. I'll bring you guys a video next week either way to kind of give you a heads up on what's going on or how surgery worked. I'm going to have my wife try to record a little bit of me after surgery, see how I'm doing. I'm sure I'm not going to be doing too well. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, next video I'll keep you guys posted, let you know how everything goes, how I'm doing. And if it's before surgery, if time permits, I'll be more than happy to get that to you. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please thumbs up the video. Helps out a lot, so I'll know people are watching, people are listening. Leave comments below if you guys have any questions about I'll go into more detail specifically about my doctor and things like that in future videos, so that way I'll have more content to go over in different times. And just leave comments. I'll answer the questions in comments or in the video itself. And subscribe to my channel. I do primarily gaming videos, but I'm doing my weight loss surgery stuff here too. So subscribe to my channel. You'll be able to keep track of when I make my next video. So that's about it, guys. Thanks again for the support. I can't even talk. Thanks again, guys, for the support, and have a good day. Peace.